So this beautiful young lady just asked, what about if I'm trying to restore my marriage? Now, Miss Lady, there's so many sides to this coin. There's like 21 sides to this question in this coin because there's so many different instances and I don't have any details. So I'm going to give you my response with no details of what's going on, why you have to even restore it, what happened, what caused a break in the ice, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to ask you some questions. I hope that these questions can help you and whatever else I have to say. And I'm not an expert or anything. This is just off the top of the head. I want to ask you if both of you are willing or if it's just you. There are cases where you stand in the gap for your spouse and you pray for them and you pray for restoration. There are other cases where you weren't meant to be. And there are other cases where both of you are willing, and I hope and I pray that this is the case for you, ma'am, that you are willing and he is willing, the head of the household is willing. Are you still willing to forgive each other, through whatever y'all have gone through to the point to where you have to even restore, you know what I'm saying? Are you willing to continue to forgive and to respect him as a man in this world and to love him? And is he willing to forgive you and to move on and to love you like Christ loved the church? Those are very important questions. God can work miracles. It doesn't really matter what happened or what trials and tribulations you have gone through. God can restore anything. He could do whatever he wants. But are you willing? He has to have willing vessels to work through. Are you and your husband still willing to love on each other, still willing to show up for each other and be intentional about each other every single day? Do you still have that love in your heart? If there's no abuse going on, there's no grounds for a divorce. If there's no cheating, no infidelity, you may have just personality or characteristic differences or something like that, or maybe arguments here, or stuff that can really be worked on and fixed through counseling and prayer and willingness and through genuine love and forgiveness. When you actually are willing to have a more joyful life, God is going to work in that situation. You have to have faith as small as a mustard seed. You have to be willing, and that husband has to be willing as well. If you have just a little bit of faith that your marriage can be restored, it's already done. You know how small a mustard seed is? This is a Q-tip. This is the head of a Q-tip. A mustard seed is smaller than the head of a Q-tip. So even if you wanted to imagine, I just have to have this much faith. You see this? You see how small it is, the head of this Q-tip is? If you said, man, I just have to have this much faith for my situation, this much faith, that's all you need, right? The little mustard seed. A mustard seed is so little, but this is just a Q-tip. This is small too. If you just have this much faith that something that can be restored, it's already done. You just have to continue to pray and have faith for things that you haven't seen manifest in the physical realm yet. If it's both of you that's willing to forgive and you both have the desire to restore the connection, the bond, and the marriage, and to restore the intimacy, then ma'am, I would like to tell you that it is already done. Your marriage is already restored. If those things are already in place, it's already restored. And I'm speaking in future tense. Because of course right now things are looking shaky for you and you're unsure, you're doubtful. You may have had sleepless nights where you have cried, arguments, opposition. But if you are both are willing to continue to love each other and forgive, and there's no abuse, there's no infidelity, cheating, because that's just really hard. I'm being honest, man. Cheating is really hard to come back from, man. It takes so long to rebuild trust. It's so quick to lose trust and so long to rebuild it. Just like in school, when it took a lot for our grades to go up, but if we got a C, D, or F or whatever, it didn't take nothing for it to go back down. If you both can find it in your hearts to forgive one another and move forward in love, in honesty, in prayer together, in willingness, in transparency with each other, having regular heart-to-heart and effective communication, and you both have the desire for your marriage to be whole and beautiful and joyful again, then you already have the victory. I speak blessings over everything in your life that is supposed to flourish and prosper. Marriage is not easy. Nothing was meant to be easy. Nothing was meant to be easy. It's just that God is with us through all of it. and it takes some heat off of our back. If we have all of these burdens and we're able to give it to someone, that's beautiful. We're able to give our burdens over to God. Cast all of your cares on him because he cares for you. And did y'all know that, like, everybody wants to relate Christianity and religion and this and that to this? And it's like, Christianity is still under religion. I believe in God. I don't believe in man-made religion. People's mistake is thinking that God came for the religious people. God did not come for the religious. He said it in his word. He didn't come for the religious. He didn't come for the people who think they already got it all together. He came for the brokenhearted. A lot of people think, oh, all of these rules and these scriptures and but you keep skipping over the ones that really says what he said. I didn't come for the religious. I didn't come for these religious people who clapping their hands in church and their hearts are far from me. You call on my name and do miracles and this and that in my name, but you don't have no love. If you don't have no love for people, you're not taking care of nobody, you don't have nothing. So let God do the heavy lifting and let you be concerned with what's in your human control. I'm not talking about taking control like a Jezebel spirit or nothing. I'm not talking about taking control of a man or of this. I'm talking about stuff that's already in your control that you could peacefully deal with. Certain stuff belongs to God. Certain stuff is too heavy for us to carry, so it has to go to God. So I hope this video helped, and let me know what you think in the comments about this topic. If you have any advice for anyone who wants to restore their marriage, anything that I didn't cover, enlighten me, enlighten other people, enlighten the brothers and sisters who are looking for advice, who are in different situations. And this advice, I feel like it could be taken in different ways. You can apply different parts of this video to different parts of your life or whatever you're going through. And I hope that you get through it and you already have the victory. Remember that we are more than conquerors. When you think about a conqueror, when you think about all these people who went to war and fought and conquered a whole army, they are conquerors. But it says that we are more than a conqueror. Imagine. But please feel free in the comments to share some knowledge with me, enlighten other people, so that when people see this and they read the comments, they can take that and apply it, and we can all help each other and teach each other. God bless y'all.